Hey guys, in today's video I want to go over some news that came out last week. So obviously this isn't a breaking news type of video, but I thought I'd give my thoughts on the information that was put out on the forums regarding some upcoming changes to PUBG on Xbox One and PS4. As always, if you find the video useful or if you like it, definitely hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish. The post was made back on May 27th, and it went over a couple things. It went over the new rendering that was put in with the latest patch. It also talked about some of the weapon balance changes that they made, just explaining why they did what they did. But there's a couple things in this forum post that I want to go over in better detail because I think they definitely deserve it. Some of these things are kind of concerning in my opinion, and some of these things are actually pretty good. So let's get into the good things first. The Erangel loot rebalance. Now, they tried to rebalance the loot for this latest patch, but they didn't really give us much. They gave us 14% on AR or something like that. Incremental things that we didn't really notice that big of a difference. And they did this on PC. They gave them an initial loot rebalance that wasn't really much. The PC players complained, and then they got a huge loot increase on Erangel in the next patch. And when I'm talking huge, I'm talking 140% increase on assault rifles, 170 something percent increase on snipers on Erangel, which will make it more in line with Sanhok probably. And this seemed to work well for the PC players, and everyone liked it. So why did they give us that minimal increase to begin with? Why didn't we just get the massive increase right away? Well, I think they want to make sure that the console version of the game plays well. It's not going to be identical to the PC version of the game. Players play differently, players are differently skilled, they use different tactics. And so thinking that it's just a cookie cutter, everything that works on PC will work on Xbox One and PS4 is probably just a flawed way to think. So they probably wanted to give us a little bit of an increase, see if we enjoyed it, get our feedback to see if we wanted more. Well, obviously we do want more. Who doesn't want more loot all the time? One of the best things of Sanhok, if you don't like the map just because there's a lot of campers or you can get third partied all the time, there's always people right around the corner, maybe you like to play it safe, you do have to appreciate how much loot there is on that map. You could literally land anywhere and be pretty much looted up for the rest of the match in a couple minutes. That would be nice on Erangel. And with this new increase that we're going to be getting, I think that's going to make Erangel a much more fun map to play, even though it is one of the more fun maps in my opinion still. So they say that in July, expected to be late June or early July, they'll apply a second round of loot balance changes to Erangel, and they'll also change the featured map to Erangel as well. I know that I probably said back when I was going over these changes for the recent patch, before the patch notes came out, I said that Erangel was going to be the featured map just because they said that. When they do make the loot balance changes on Erangel, they were going to make it the featured map so that we could play it until our heart's content. But they gave us this small increase and they kept Sanhok as the featured map. But with this next update, when this comes out late June, early July, that's when we're going to be getting Erangel as the featured map so you can play it as much as you want without having to worry about the others. Now let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think about the map selection? We have to come to terms and kind of accept the fact that we're not going to be able to pick single maps or, take out one single map at a time due to the smaller player base on console compared to PC. But let me know what you guys think would be a good change to the map selection to make it benefit the players more, because I think our feedback could be valuable to the developers. Maybe one of our ideas actually hits home and they make some changes to the way things are. What I think would be cool is they have a rotation of the featured map every single week. So 1 week it's Erangel, and then it moves to Miramar, then it moves to Vikendi and Sanhok, and then it just keeps rotating that way. So if you love playing Miramar, and a lot of people don't, that's fine. For a whole week, if you wanted to play nothing but Miramar, you could. You don't have to worry about trying to queue up with these other maps. Or if you love Sanhok or Vikendi or Erangel, that in a month you're going to have a whole week where you can play that map and nothing else is going to get in your way. I think that's a decent way to do things. Another thing that I have had suggested to me, my friend on Xbox also said it, and then a couple of you guys have mentioned it as well, is a priority tiered list type of thing. So you queue up for a match and you have Erangel as your number one map that you want. And then maybe second you have Vikendi, and then third you have Miramar, and fourth you have Sanhok. Well, they're going to try and put you in Erangel first, and if they can't get you in Erangel in a match in a certain amount of time, they move on to your second selection, then your third, and then your fourth. I think this actually is a really good idea because everyone can just join in one big giant queue together, and then people can be paired where they want to be more times than not. But I think this system could work, and it could alleviate some of the problems with the map selection today. obviously by default none of the maps would have priority, and then you just have to go in and select those for yourself. I don't know how exactly it would work. I'm not a developer. I don't create games or anything like that. I don't know how hard this would be to implement, but I feel like this would be a pretty good system if they don't do something about, rotating the featured map or just changing that every so often so that we don't always have the same exact options available. And another big thing that they mention in this post that I want to go over that is both a positive and a negative in my opinion is console PUBG quality of life improvements. Now, improvements can never really be bad, right? Improving the game, making it better, it shouldn't really be a bad thing. But some of these I'm just not so sure about, I'm not sold on right away. They said their goal for this year is to create console exclusive features which will provide a better user experience specifically for console players. And the first thing that they mention is a controller preset C. So we currently have A and B available. This would be a different option. And it basically changes the way that you lean. So right now, if you're playing type A or B, you lean with the right and left thumbsticks. And I guess players have complained that when they lean, it changes their aim or it changes their movement because you have to press in the thumbstick, which can move your reticle, it can move your player. I haven't had too much of an issue with this. I feel like I can click in the left or right thumbstick pretty easily, and it doesn't really impact my aim that much. My aim's not that great to begin with, so I don't really see this as an issue, but I guess some players have given their feedback and they wanted some buttons changed. So what they would do in this preset C is they would actually move the leaning buttons to the left and right bumpers. Currently the right bumper, if you hold it in, you can see around your player, or if you tap it, you can go into first person if you're in third person mode. And the left bumper is for holding your breath and priming throwables. It seems like there's going to be other changes as well to this preset, so we'll have to see exactly what that is when more information comes out. They don't really say when this is going to come out, but they are considering it for a future update, so we'll have to keep our eye on it. I just don't see that as a major issue for me, so I probably won't switch, but I'll probably give it a try just to see what it's like in the training mode. Alright, here's the controversial one, because I can see the benefit of it, but I still think that PUBG as a game doesn't need this in it. This isn't the mobile version of the game, this is the console version or the PC version, and they're very similar. I don't think that this is necessary. But auto-equipping attachments. I'm just going to read from the post and then I'll give my opinions. We understand that in PUBG, speed is of the essence, especially in the early game. While still maintaining the realistic gameplay that PUBG is known and loved for, we would like to make some quality of life changes, which will reduce the amount of time spent on the inventory screen. With the introduction of the auto-equip feature, attachments will now be auto-equipped to your weapon so you spend less time on your inventory screen and more time concentrating on getting that chicken dinner. Also, when dropping your weapon on the ground, rather than needing to manually remove all the attachments you'd like to keep for a new weapon, the attachments will automatically be sent to your inventory. When this is added in a future update, the auto-equip feature will be enabled by default, but will offer separate options for specific attachments, as well as the ability to disable it completely. Now, what do you guys actually think of this? Because I think this is making the console version of the game more like the mobile version. PUBG is a difficult game, and it's very difficult to master, and I think managing your inventory is a very important skill to have. Having experience in the game makes you better, and it gets you used to doing all the things that you need to do to be successful. If we're auto-equipping things, it kind of takes away that skill, and it kind of makes everything easier, and dare I say it, more casual. I absolutely hate using that term because when people call people or games casual games and not hardcore or whatever, it really drives me crazy. But this is the truth for this type of thing. It makes it more of a casual game and not as much of a hardcore, realistic shooter type of game. But it looks like this is something that's going to be added in the future. They don't say we might be doing this, they say when this is added in the future. So this is going to be something that we're going to have to deal with. Unless a whole bunch of players give negative feedback and they somehow take it out, it looks like auto-equipping is going to be a thing. Now, what will actually happen? If you have a weapon out and you pick something off the ground, without doing the proximity looting, does that just auto-attach to the gun that you have equipped? Does it auto-attach to any gun in your inventory at all? Say you have a fully equipped UMP and you have an AK in your inventory that doesn't have anything equipped yet. If you pick up a scope off the ground, is that going to go on your UMP automatically, or is it going to go to the AK that's in your inventory that doesn't have anything? These are all questions that will have to be answered when this thing comes out or when more information comes out on it, but I just don't see this being something that's going to be positive for a lot of players in PUBG, and it's going to make it easier for newcomers, yes, but at the same time, it's not going to make the game as challenging and as difficult than it was before, and that's the major draw for a lot of players when they're playing PUBG. If they wanted a game that, had auto attachments and you pick up weapons that already have attachments and things like that, there's other battle royales out there that can do that. PUBG is a more hardcore type of game. As much as I hate to say it, it definitely has some hardcore elements in it compared to some of the other battle royales that are playable right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you excited for this stuff? Do you think my opinion is correct that, these auto attachment features shouldn't really be in the game or they're not really needed? Do you think there's a better way that we can do map selection? Let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested to hear what you say. But like I said, this isn't going to be happening anytime soon. Some of this stuff will come out late June or early July in the next big update. But most of this stuff is probably just forecasting for the rest of the year. We'll just have to wait and see when we find out more information. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely give the video a like and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.